Hi everyone, today we're going to talk a bit about the new launch of the BMW R1300GS. So it's planned for I think somewhere in the next days. If I'm correct, it will be the 28th of September that they will release the 1300GS. So yeah, let's talk a bit about it, because a lot of my friends already asked me like, hey, are you gonna change to the new 1300GS? Then my quick answer is always no, I'm not going to change it yet, because yeah, I think it's just gonna be another iteration of the GS series. It was never like a real revolution. It was always a bit of an evolution in this kind of bikes. Because if you compare this 1250 to the 1200 series that was here before, yeah, it's just a change of let's say 10-15 horsepower, around 10 Newton meters. So yeah, it's not significant enough to spend a whole lot of money to change it, in my opinion. The new 1300GS compared to the 1250 that I'm riding now is also gonna be around 10 horsepower more, 10 Newton meters of torque more. So it will be noticeable, but not in a way that you say like, okay, I'm gonna spend yeah, maybe €10,000 more to change my bike. In my opinion, it's not worth it. I think if you're looking to buy a new bike, it might be interesting to go straight away for the 1300GS. Wait a bit right now, hold your horses and buy the new 1300. Because of course, if you're gonna buy a 1250 right now, you're gonna have it immediately or close to immediately, because they probably are closing off the production line. They want to sell the bike that they still have in stock. So yeah, it's gonna be very quick to have a brand new 1250 GS right now. But yeah, I would just if I'm planning to buy a new bike right now and I don't need it straight away, just go for 1300 GS, and yeah, just go for the newest thing you can buy and you can afford. So but yeah, in general, I don't think, if you're already owning a 1200 even, or 1250 or a 1300, and it's still in a good condition and a good shape, you're still happy with it, I don't think it's gonna make you happier to ride on a 1300 GS actually. I think you can make yourself way happier with just spending the extra money on like a holiday or something, on a bike trip. That's gonna make you more happy. So yeah, if you're looking in the specs right now, like the leaked specs, everything they know, or what the rumors are, is that it will have 10 horsepower more, 10 Newton meter more. It will have the radar adaptive cruise control. So it will have a radar in the front, radar in the back, so it will warn you if somebody is gonna hit you from behind. It will also just keep its distance. It will be probably the same system as it is on the 1250 RT right now. I also made a video about 1250 RT, so you can go to my videos and watch it. It's like it's also like described how the cruise control works. It's actually a really nice system. If you can have it on your bike, yeah, why not? If you're doing a lot of commuting on it, it's really handy. You can just yeah, you don't really need to focus anymore, or yeah, of course you always need to focus on a motorcycle, but you need to focus less. Yeah, if you're doing long trips, it can be a lot easier cruising on a cruise control like that. So it's a cool addition. It will also have a blind spot indicator in your mirror. For me, if I could choose to not take it, I would not take it, because yeah, if you drop your bike, then it's very likely that your mirror will break off. It's gonna be really expensive to replace your mirror. So And the added value of a blind spot indicator, I don't know. I think it's like one of the life-saving rules on the motorcycle. If you're gonna do a maneuver left or right, you take your indicator, you're watching your mirror, but you also look over your shoulder, because there is quite a big blind spot on the motorcycle. It already surprised me a few times, and a few times really close. So yeah, for me those were just like the warnings, and now it's in my memory. If I do a maneuver, I always look left, I always look right, just double check. Even if like you want to do a quick overtake, just look over your shoulder, always do it. It can really save your life, especially like going in on the highway and you're coming from the exit and you want to enter the highway. That's just really dangerous, because the speed of the cars, they go a lot quicker than you're already going. So yeah, in those cases also a light in your mirror will not save you. Don't even try to trust it. So a system like that, it will probably, the new GS will probably have it, but to me no added value at all. And I think to most motorcycle riders, I think consider it as a non-added value thing, because if you're gonna put any trust in it, yeah, you will be surprised sooner or later. So I wouldn't trust on it. And for the rest, the chassis will be a little bit longer, but marginally longer. I don't think you will really notice it. As if you twist your handlebars a little bit towards you or in front of you, you also have the feeling that it is already that it's a bit different. So the whole chassis, if you're like top-notch rider, you will probably notice it, but for most of us riders, don't think you will really notice it. So it's probably just because of a different engine, or maybe the chassis is just a bit changed, and then it's changed a bit. I don't think they did it on purpose to really change the handling characteristic of this bike. Pretty sure that's not the reason behind it. And the wheels will stay the same, tire sizes will stay the same, as far as the leaked data is correct. It's a leaked data from like the technical checks that the motorcycles have to do, like the homologation checks. So probably those values are correct. Also, the leaked values of the weight should indicate that the weight is not going to be less. Yeah, maybe even a little bit heavier. But to be honest, on a motorcycle like this, if it's gonna be 5 kilograms less or 5 kilograms more, for the average rider, just as the chassis length, we will not notice it. So I wouldn't leave my sleep for it. So yeah, I think that's about everything that is leaked right now. Like the body panels, there are a few pictures, but everything is still kind of covered. Also like the headlight, it's covered. I think it looks like a pretty small cover, so might be that the headlight is quite a bit different to the headlight on the GS like this. Like the headlights on the 1200 and 1250 GS was a little bit of the same, just changed a little bit, like an adaptive headlight, and I think they also had it in a normal LED and in a normal how do you call it, a normal light bulb. So yeah, maybe there are some changes in this, but I think it's not going to be like a crazy big change. It was never a really crazy big change, so why would there be a crazy big change right now? Maybe when the M version will come, who knows. I think if the M version of this one will come, then they will have something something completely different for a GS, because a GS was always a bigger wheel in the front, smaller wheel in the rear. So when they will come with an M version of this bike, and it will have an two 17-inch wheels, then it will be something special. So actually really looking forward to the M version of this bike. That I would say I would be really interested to buy a bike like that, but yeah, it will probably also be like fucking expensive, so we'll probably still be on this bike for a very long time, because I never ridden a bike where I had like the feeling that I have on this bike. So don't think I'm going to change it pretty quick. I would rather spend some money on like changing this bike, that it suits my riding style a little bit more. For example, I saw that Wilbur's suspension had like a suspension kit that is still keeping the original ESA module in place, so that you can still put it in the road setting or in the dynamic setting. So yeah, I kind of like that idea. So then I can go to the guys of Wilbur's and say like, hey, I'm 105 kilograms. My average riding day looks like this. I like to ride on this kind of roads. I like to ride with like this kind of equipment in my top case. The bike is this heavy, blah blah blah, and that I will make like a perfect set of suspensions for me. I think that will maybe cost 2,000, let's say between 2,000 and 3,000 euros. I think fitted and everything. That will be worth more money, I think, than going for an extra 10 horsepower, a different look, and some small other details. So, but that's of course person to person. Some guys will really like that they can say that they have the newest bike, but for me that's not really important. So I would rather perfect this bike for me than buying another bike and having to change a few details again, because of course if you buy a bike like this, you're always gonna change like small things, but all the small things in the end add up to quite some value. So, and that's always value when you sell the bike. It's kind of gone, because yeah, it's not likely that you can transfer it to other bikes or to something else. So yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what you guys are gonna do. You guys, will you guys change to the 1300GS, or will you wait for the adventure version of the 1300GS, which will be maybe named 1400GS, because BMW also already like put a patent or something on the name 1400GS. So yeah, a lot of rumors are going around about the new bikes. So that's also pretty cool, because the rumors were already going around last year, and the same pictures as last year also circulated on the internet already like a million of times. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to see. So let me know in the comments what you guys are planning to do. I'm really curious to see. Maybe you're riding a 1200 and you want to change to a 1250 now, because the 1250s will probably get cheaper second hand. So let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your guys' opinions about it. Talk to you later. Bye bye.